8 Bad Traits of the Gemini Zodiac Sign, and How to Deal with Them. Part 1. Gemini is one of the 12 zodiac signs that most often gets a bad rap. They've been called two-faced, fickle, indecisive, and outright liars. Certainly these Gemini traits have caused trouble for members of this zodiac sign. But is that all there is to the story? Not at all. Every zodiac sign has a range of good and bad characteristics. Think of each astrological sign as a spectrum. Before we get to the not-so-awesome stuff, here are a few general Gemini traits and characteristics according to astrology. What are Gemini traits? 1. They're witty. Ruled by the dual sign of the twins, Gemini energy circulates in a quick and frenetic way. Gemini rules communication, and this sign inspires witty wordplays and dynamic dialogue. Gemini transits are great for brainstorming and socializing. 2. They make fascinating conversations. This sign also craves twin flame and kindred spirit energy, and is always up for an intellectual meeting of the minds. Under the influence of a Gemini planetary transit, we could find ourselves with the gift of gab, talking and conversing with others for hours hopping, from pop culture trends to deep political topics. 3. They talk with their hands, and they talk a lot. Ruled by chatty Mercury, Geminis are gifted superconnectors, who can communicate between people, and play out varied theatrical roles. Mercury is usually depicted wearing winged sandals, and a winged hat, which fits perfectly with this airy signs on the move vibe. 4. Geminis are walking databases. Geminis are often into a million different hobbies and interests. They know a little bit about a lot of things, and when they're into something, they want to learn everything about it. A common Gemini trait is to be the first to hear about and try almost anything. If you're friends with one of these experimental souls, it's like having a 24/7 search engine around. Gemini bad traits, what to watch out for. To be fair, every zodiac sign has good and bad expressions. These Gemini traits and characteristics are the least appealing ones of this zodiac sign. Recognize any? 1. They can be two-faced. Gemini is ruled by the fleet-footed messenger planet Mercury. Mercury would usually carry out requests and tasks at the command of other gods, even adopting multiple personas in order to fulfill his missions. In this same spirit, Geminis may talk out of both sides of their mouths, telling different stories or truths depending who they're with. How to deal with it? Call them out. If a Gemini in your life is creating chaos and mixed messages, it's best to confront them and insist that they get their story straight. You don't have to make a scene. Just say, "Hey, Gem, I know you say you don't want anyone to make a fuss over your birthday, but Mom told me that you're hoping for a surprise party. Maybe you're still undecided, but it would be helpful if we all really knew what you wanted. Can I do anything to help you make up your mind? Did you hear word on the street that a Gemini friend has been talking behind your back? They may never admit it, but you should still request that they keep your secrets confidential. Otherwise, you'll stop sharing with them, and you should make that clear in no uncertain terms." 2. Geminis may spread gossip. Beware of becoming a gossip girl when you're around this zodiac sign. Gemini can crank up the rumor mill, since they're often the first ones to hear the latest dish. How to deal with it? Change the subject. Spilling the tea with a Gemini can get you burned. That's doubly true if you share snarky comments over text or email. You never know when those words will come back to haunt you, or even end up being seen by the person you were trashing. While it can be thrilling to get the inside scoop from a Gemini, think of Bravo's Watch What Happens Live host Andy Cohen, who's born under this sign. Later on you could regret the secrets you revealed, when seduced by the scintillating power of a Gemini. 3. They're easily scattered. The essence of Gemini energy is fascinating, original, resourceful, charming, wise, and adventurous. The negative manifestation can devolve into restless, distracted, two-faced, judgmental, depressed, and overwhelmed energy. Before you know it, you feel as scattered as your Gemini, and trying to organize them will only make you feel more chaotic. How to deal with it? Remind them to focus. Geminis may never give up multitasking, but you can encourage them to pace themselves, or to space out their projects on the calendar. Once they learn this habit, Geminis can become consummate project managers, who not only come up with great ideas, but also execute them. 4. Their lives can be filled with unnecessary drama. Gemini has a tendency to ride the roller coaster of life, spiraling skywards one minute and plunging into lows the next. Is everything really that bananas, or are they just addicted to the rush of it all? After a while, you may sense that Geminis get a secret payoff from keeping some part of their lives in a state of high hysteria. There's always a colorful story to tell and something dramatic to bond over. But hello, exhausting much? How to deal with it? Detach. While it can be tempting to try to save or fix Gemini, you'll be wasting your time. Firm boundaries are a much better solution. You can say, "Hey Gem, I love you unconditionally, and I support your right to live your life any way you choose. However, I feel you're making a self-destructive choice, and I won't be available to bail you out if it goes wrong. I'll be rooting for you, but I simply can't get involved." 5. Geminis like to snoop. Geminis can't bear not to know everything. But too much information can burn you in the end. After a breakup, Geminis could be Googling an ex's new partner, reading their email, or data mining for info on their post-breakup life. If it's over, you're better off getting a life of your own and staying out of your ex's business. You both have a right to move on, so exercise yours. How to deal with it? Catch them in the act. If you think your Gemini is violating your privacy, you might want to really set up a hidden camera or some other way of tracking their illicit activity. Since they'll deny any accusation, a picture or screenshot will say 1,000 words, and at the very least, it will stop them cold. 6. They can be too much of a good thing. Hyperactive Geminis are impatient, impulsive, and need constant stimulation. They thrive in a versatile career and a busy environment. True Renaissance people, Geminis rarely slow down. For the folks around them, Gemini energy can be exhausting. Many Gemini seem to not come equipped with an off button. How to deal with it? Give them plenty of space. Just because the circus is open 24/7, doesn't mean you have to attend every show. Don't try to micromanage this sign or force them into a routine. Just make sure that their manic schedules don't cramp your style or interfere with you doing you. 7. Geminis can be indecisive. Because Geminis are so multifaceted, they may hesitate to commit to one path, fearing they'll be trapped. As a result, they end up in an endless string of unfulfilling gigs, because you don't want to settle. Geminis need to focus on finishing what they start, instead of distracting themselves by beginning a ton of new projects.